The intenseness in this.
Oh, yeah.
Setup. Love it. Ding.
Oh,
wow,
beautiful cut, man.
Perfect.
That was
what? Wow.
a little cash for that one. All right, guys. Housekeeping is in order, and we are live at 15th Street Bar and Grill for the APA Washington State Invitational Tournament. Welcome, everybody. It's Patrick Nixon, Trevor Sigendick on the mic for you guys.
Good morning.
So, team names, we've got Breaking Bad, which is a great show. And how do you pronounce it? Pho?
Yeah.
Is it Pho?
Yeah,
is it
I think it's definitely Pho, and we'll give a long pause, and we'll say King.
Okay. A couple extra spaces between Pho and King. But it looks like Team Pho King, to be politically correct, I guess, is up 2-1 in this 5-3 race. So we're playing Scotch doubles 8-ball today. First day of this 4-day event. Day one is today. It is 36 teams came in to compete today in 8-ball Scotch doubles, all different skill levels. And so the races are sometimes even and sometimes not even. This is a not even race, so.
Yeah, so the highest skill being at a 12 makes you go to 5 games, and 6 or less will go to 2 games. So it will be a handicapped event.
Right. And on Team Breaking Bad, that's Nathan Selbeck, who's racking the balls right now, and his partner is Emily Porter. Nathan is a skill level 5, and Emily is a skill level 3. So together they equal 8, which means they only have to go to 3 games to get the win. And then for Team Pho King, it's Alex Hoang and Cardin Nguyen. And I believe that's Alex at the table right now inspecting the rack, who is going to break. Let's see if we can find this one over here so we can see the chat and see what you guys are up to in the chat. If anybody is there, got 11 people watching. Hit us up in the chat. Let us know you're there. Hit the share button. Share the link out. We have a channel on YouTube. It's Evo Sports Streaming. And inside that channel, you'll find a playlist that says APA Washington State Invitational. That playlist is going to have every single... All right, so after the break, Trevor, what do you like here with an open table? Actually, an APA, it is, I believe, take what you make after the break.
I think so.
All right, so he's got solids then, right? So it's
which is good news because I like solids a lot in this situation. That was a really nice break, nice spread. About the only ball that doesn't have a direct pocket is the 9 ball, I believe. Once you clear the 1, I think a 5 and the 4 both go.
Yeah, I like attacking the 4-5-1 first because in case things get funny, you don't want to have a cluster down there. And I like saving the 7 ball for later because it is kind of a little insurance policy for you down here. Leaving that 7 ball there until the last shot maybe might be a good strategy to just in case.
Yeah, he's sizing up the 1 ball now because that is definitely a shot that he wants to get on as soon as possible if it's not makeable.
Well, he's going for the 4.
He may not have enough of an edge from the angle that he has. It's real close.
Okay, 13 ball, I believe. Yeah, it is. Good shot from Emily.
Trying to see if there is a ball to choose to try and get into that 9 ball. I like that shot selection on the 13 there because if you happen to get to a spot where you can get ball in hand, now the 9 ball can be shot up table.
Yeah, good point. So keeping that in mind, are you looking for a safety where you could try to get a ball in hand from it?
Safety's tough with that 2 hanging over the pocket.
Or 4 ball, yeah. Is it? I think it's the 4.
Yeah, it was a 4 ball.
Yeah, you're right. You got to be pretty locked up to be comfortable with a safety in a situation like this.
Yeah, about the only spot that I see as your most available safety zone would be here, but that's a pretty small area.
Yeah, you could get there off of the 12 if you wanted to try to do something like that. But you could also run out and bank the 9 in, or stuff like that. So he's got a bit of an angle now, Nathan, at the table. A little bit of an angle on the 10 that's going to make that cue ball travel down maybe a little more than he would like. And he doesn't have a lot of room to come off the bottom rail and back up.
I'm just drawing a line for reference. I don't even think you can go that direction.
Yeah, he's going 15 now. Yeah, we could try. Now the 1's in kind of a trouble spot.
Yeah, I don't think it goes past that 7 ball now.
You know, right now I might attack the... I might play a safety here. Maybe take out the 4 and roll the cue ball up to the back of the 7 and get yourself a little ball in hand if you can.
I actually don't mind leaving that ball for keeping position and just clipping off of the 7. Or you could break it out here too.
Yeah. It's not going to be great.
You might have enough room in between the 1 and the 9 to still be able to slice it in after the 7th.
I'll change my Wi-Fi here so I can see better. Oh, maybe that's why. Actually, try this. And it's a thing of beauty to watch get to watch all of these matches. All right, what do we got here for Emily?
About the worst place you can be on the table with the layout that it is for the cue ball and the 5 ending up blocking the, I think that's a 12 ball.
She's striped, so just leaving it. Just pushing that 10 out of there. Not trying to do too much. Do you like going for the 1 here? If you have the cut on it, it's worth it to take a chance at the 1 right now. Okay, I know you like that. Yeah, that's true. There you go. You come off the edge of that. And, this is the time to go for it when you have the 5 ball blocking that corner pocket, making it just a little tougher for the run out for stripes in case you screwed it up, because this is a shot, if you go for this cut on the 3 and the breakout, if you make the ball and you break it out, now you're giving your opponent a chance to not let you back to the table again. So we got a little player conference going on now. So Alex is the one shooting. I like he's got the red, white, and blue. He's ready for the 4th of July here. And then Cardin is sporting one of my favorite NBA players. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Jersey.
Yeah,
so Cardin is the higher skill level at 6, so he's the one giving the advice. Oh, yeah, so he was giving him the same advice that you were giving. He just overcut that ball by a hair.
Yeah.
I think cutting that a little less would have probably gotten contact with the 9.
Just drawing what I think is maximum here.
Yeah,
I mean, if you could
you don't think you could run into this 9?
No.
With a lot of low left, with a lot of low right? I think he's going to try.
I think the highest you can maybe get is right to this first time.
It's amazing that you can actually calculate that from a camera view. Look at you, man. Yeah, the Trevor Sickendick is the master of knowing the max English that you can get out of a ball with a certain angle using the wagon wheel.
Work this time. Every now and again, you'll get surprised. I mean, if you get into it just perfect, sometimes you can make magical things happen, but for like a breakout speed, it just felt like it'd be tough. You got the ref here watching this one?
Yep, ref is going to watch.
Oh,
make
man,
sure
look at the intenseness in this.
Oh, yeah.
Setup. Love it. Ding.
Oh,
wow,
beautiful cut, man.
Perfect.
That was
what? Wow.
A little cash for that one. The Pho
Especially with like,
Kings.
I mean, you can almost
Pho space Kings.
yeah. We didn't create these team names. We're just trying to pronunciate them correctly.
Okay, and left his partner a great 8-ball.
Like, pretty spectacular out.
I'd say, well done. I like it.
Puts them on the mini
That's
hill.
money. And what do we got for sponsor?
Really makes the comfortability of play so much higher. Man, this break is just dynamite.
Yeah, he's got a good break. Now it's Alex. I see Cardin. But yeah, they get some viewers. They got it shared out there. I see Rise in the chat saying, let's go Kings. You gotta have the pause, man.
I love team names for this exact reason.
Oh, yeah.
Like, 6-ball is going to be might have a great line to run into it. Well, firing into the side with the speed, you would need to get any sort of separation on that 6-9. I think playing it off at the 7 takes away the angle. And doing that might send the 8-ball for a ride. It's a nice shot. Those side pockets can be devastating at times.
Yeah, I think both of these guys played real solid, man. Alex and Cardin.
I think he's got enough angle on that 5-ball to see the potting line. Running into the 11, not really sure what you're going to end with. The 6 might slice through the 13-12 into the bottom right as well, if they can find a way to get into that small area.
So he's going for the safety here. The 11 is still a problem, I think. He might bump it though enough to where that 11 does play by the 3. It's got, kind of edge of the pocket maybe, but I don't know.
I like the half ball hit.
Oh, yeah, half ball hit.
That's kind of
Get yourself that, yeah, because you're pretty safe anywhere over there, right?
Yeah, if you leave it in here where the only thing they have to shoot at is the 6-ball.
That's not bad, this one.
Yeah. That's what's happening. Is a little bit of
yeah. We'll have to have Justin bring us some like blankets. Ooh, that was really close. I think he was playing maybe more the safety than anything.
I think so. I mean, because
when he hit, I think he didn't hit the ball. He didn't really hit the ball towards the pocket. He hit it towards the 10 ball. So I think he was trying to play safety on the 8.
Man,
he's trying to see if she's got enough room to play that safety there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And this one here, she tries to cut that 11. The scratch is huge, I think. Well, it might not be. It looks like you'll hit the 3 pretty full. But she might be looking at your shot.
If you're really thin in it and get it like right here is obviously the most.
Okay, she tried to get it underneath the 15. Good attempt.
Yeah, that was
good attempt from Emily. You know, and that's what you want your 3 to be doing, right? Is play the smart plays, the ones that don't, require a lot of, extra stuff.
Extra big strokes.
Yeah, you don't want to task your 3 with having to do, like a specific draw to a certain position or something like that. You want to try to give them something a little bit more manageable. And that's where the coaching kind of comes into play. I like a lot of the open coaching in APA.
Yeah, it was a tough spot to be in, and I think not moving the 11 makes the position on the 3 a little bit more critical. You have to get low enough.
Yeah, I think he can follow forward and go off that side rail and down to the bottom rail pretty good if he didn't get enough out of it.
I think he's there.
Yeah.
But it's flat. And that's the thing is, it's like...
Now you got to draw out of the position. You got to draw away from the 11 or something if you're flat on it, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, if, like, force follow...
Yeah.
Coming, like, into this area...
He might be. Yeah, he did have a little bit of an angle.
Yeah,
and a lot of times, when it's that close to the pocket, you can cheat it one way or another and manufacture your angle. So that worked out pretty good. So I like 7, 6, 8, honestly, just the way that they're kind of laid out here. I think I would, because I don't like going on the 6 and then coming down the table like this to have a back cut on the. Yeah, I don't like coming through that traffic lane.
Coming down here, and you need to get clear down into this area, which is.
I think it's easier to take a draw shot off the 6 next. Take the 7 and then take your draw shot off the 6 to get on the 8. I think that's much more manageable, less risk.
Your max draw line is going to be something like coming off here, most ideal angle.
I think you can cheat the pocket and be actually even flatter, but that's my opinion. Maybe you're actually. I shouldn't even argue with you about this because you're usually right. Yeah, but anywhere, as long as you come off. Did he just pat the table exactly where you put the circle?
He did.
Is he looking at? Yeah, he is. He's saying that's your draw line. Just put a ton of draw on it, and you should.
He's like, yeah, even if you're coming off of the 9, you're okay.
Yeah, coming off the 9 is actually okay. It might even be better, right? But just don't hit it too hard to where you're coming way down.
Pretty much anything beyond the center mark of the table. Oh,
yeah, coming off the 9.
What a call!
Coming off the 9 was the best thing to do. And boy, I know they're playing racks, not points, but if this is a points match, it'd be a 10-0.
So what's the name of the player that's in the?
This is Cardin that's playing right now.
Cardin.
And down it goes, and they're on the hill already, 4-1. It's breaking every time for the Pho Kings.
I mean,
using that side break pretty effectively. That's the first one I think that he hasn't pocketed a ball on. Which stripe do you like? I think you have the 15 or the 13. It looks like are your options. I don't know for sure about the 13. And I don't think you have a play on a solid. Well, you do actually with the 5.
I actually was just thinking that
do you
like the 5 ball. Because if you can play this with about a tip and a half of inside, come in about here and catch this ball full.
Yeah, he agrees with you. Look at this.
If you're just playing it normal, it's going to be kind of tracking more along this line.
Exactly the line that you drew.
With no English, not normal center ball.
Right, he had to put some top on that to get it to come forward and hit and bump into that one. Because making that shot is good, but it doesn't really get you out of trouble with the situation here.
I actually don't mind slicing the 2 and just coming off the 9 into this.
Why not just take the 6 and come off the 6 into that?
Oh, man, you got to put so much juice onto that. That's a pretty flat ball. And you're only playing just half a pocket.
You're going to here. Yeah.
I mean, and once again, ask kind of a...
Right, for the 3, you want to have something, try to have a little simpler...
Because, like, it's naturally going to be kind of going that way. You're clearing the 9 of the 6 to go on the side as your safety ball.
Yeah. So she did try to put a little extra.
It's not going to hurt too bad unless, well, they might have that 9 ball.
Well, I think the part that's going to hurt the most is where the 3 ended up.
Yeah.
Although it might be playable later off of the 12, but we'll see what happens.
For when you're playing a room that is slightly cooler as opposed to hot?
No, I prefer it warmer. I like to be warm, so I almost always play in long sleeves.
But I can get warm pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I missed what happened, so I was texting.
He kind of overcut the ball a little bit to the far left-hand side of the pocket, and cue ball did not react the way he wanted to by his body language, but safety here is freeing up that 11 ball. You're in the
level 5.
It's not an easy shot, and I mean it's almost a straight-on hit.
Oh, so he hit both of those balls,
and made it
kind of made it funny for him too.
Made it funny for him for sure. 12.
Do you have? She does have a pocketable shot on the 1. I did look, and that's what she's looking. That's what she's going for here.
Almost a 7. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
way more of that. Than...
Yeah, it cleared, but no dice on that one. And Alex and Cardin have the table with an open look and a chance to close out the match with a 5-1 win. If they can get it done here.
It's a dicey little out. So I think if you're falling onto this line, shooting into the 15. So like anywhere over in here would be great to get back up table. Short side also can.
Yeah, that could work too.
Depending on how much, if he's got some angle to work with here, it looks like it's a little flat.
He doesn't. I just saw the head movement. The body language tells me he doesn't really have it.
Yeah.
Or if he does have it, he doesn't like it.
I'm going to draw a line for reference. Looks like he's got a little bit of angle. Might be able to kind of like bend around this ball with follow and come up this way, but
yeah,
that's a lot.
It's a lot to ask for. But what's your alternative? Is to make the 14 and then run into the 6. Could potentially cause more problems for you.
Yeah, because if you cut 14, I think you're coming across the top side of it a little bit.
And then it's going to run into the 12, and you don't really know what you're going to end up with after that. Which nobody likes a situation where you don't really know what's going to happen. I feel like there's really no way to avoid this 1. To avoid banging into the 1. Oh, it was a way. Look at that.
What a shot.
Cardin Nguyen with that shot. That was impressive shot.
It's like a 4th or 5th time that he's either given really good high IQ, cool IQ direction, or came up with a really, really nice shot. So
yeah, both. Yeah, he's got the knowledge and the skill to execute. And Alex been shooting really good too. So this is a very strong team we're seeing right off the bat.
Yeah, I was actually, if you can come into half ball in this, come into here, and then your cue ball's tracking down here, like
looks like a lightning bolt.
I was gonna say I just drew a little lightning bolt.
I call that the pinball shape. Is it just bing, bing, bing?
The problem with that is you hope that because where you're contacting both of those balls, you're hitting the 6 towards the pocket and the 4 towards the pocket.
You can block
both balls.
Yeah, both pockets. Yeah,
and really free things up for them. It gets.
I mean, could get a little dicey. Do you think you could use a lot of top here and only hit the 4? That would be ideal. Maybe.
A little reference line. I think you're natural. Yeah, you might be able to if you really smooth it just right, but then you're still going to potentially just push the 4.
You'd have to hit it hard to hit the 4 into the 10 and loosen them up again. You'd have to hit it with a lot of force. And then if you hit it hard, that top is not going to take as quick, right? So it's the harder you hit it, the more time it takes for the English to grab. But let's see what he's got here. Yep, you were right with the pinball move.
Yeah,
and you were right with where the 4 kind of got into trouble.
I think touchy little safe. Come off the 12 and just tuck up underneath of the 10 ball.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to probably give up something, but you want to put that 12 in front of the hole, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of your idea? Is
block the 6.
Block the 6 is the main goal here, and leave him with a tough long 1 ball or something to shoot at. So
if you
is he try to cut this? No.
If you can get the cue ball tucked underneath of that 10, it's tough. But
yeah, he's making all of the moves that you would make. And if you were an ATM, a 7 and 9 in APA most times.
Nice
oh, that was a great shot from Nathan.
Yeah. High pressure situation, knowing that you're kind of up against it with them on the hill, left on the rail, long and tough. I mean, got a really good chance. Just pocket this in at slow speed. Leave the cue ball here for a stop shot on the 6. No, that's your cue ball. You want to leave this.
Yeah, I like leaving the 1. I do. I mean, you can use the 2 as your key ball.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, hey, if you're going to miss a shot, that's not a bad one to miss. Better to miss that one than the 4 or something, you know.
Key ball. About the only thing that I can see that can get you out of this predicament is banking the 10.
Yeah, that's...
And dragging over into the 12. But, I mean, it's a do or die shot.
Yep. Good try from Alex. I like the control on that.
Yeah, great effort.
I missed it. 4-6-2-1. Do you like that?
Yeah.
You like doing a draw shot here to get up that way? Okay. You can also use top. Yep.
Yeah, you can go up and back too.
Kind of a 50-50 area where depends on what you like. He's going all the way up, not back. And I'm taking the 2 now. I really like the 1 as the key ball.
I think with my 3 shooting here, I go 3, them.
Okay, if you're coaching
For a shot clock, that's how I could practice by myself, is find an hourglass situation that's close to the time frame that I'd have to play within. Never even thought about that.
So here, Nathan's going to have to set Emily up for a shot that she's capable of making to get on the 8, right? So that's the key. He can shoot either the 2 or the 6 right now. The question is where does he put the cue ball to where Emily can have an easy time of pocketing the last ball and getting on the 8, getting shape on the 8. Let's see what he's going to do.
Trying to get underneath of it to follow.
Oh, this is going to be a tough shot for Emily. With the
tough shot for anybody. This is
yeah, it is right.
Your natural, even if you're jacking up and putting a stun on this ball, it's going to be heading
to that corner,
heading in the direction of the corner. So having to elevate even further to get some draw out of this. What would I
bank it to this bottom left corner, and if you have and hit it pocket speed, maybe block the pocket a little bit. You gotta give up on getting shape on the 8. Really, I think for Emily here, and it's all about either pocket the ball or put it in front of the hole.
I should say bank it short.
Bank it short, yeah. So it comes off the second.
Even if you're leaving the 6 ball over in here, you're not really giving anything up, but giving some coverage on the ball.
Oh, that's going to be a ball in hand foul. No rail, and that could be the end of this match for Emily and Nathan. Breaking bad.
They're definitely 600s that can't get to the 7-9 because, like, yeah, a couple bad nights and being up against tough matchups,
okay.
it can definitely happen. And you can also see someone in the 560, 580 group that plays really, really strong, and they can become a 7-9. So he's gonna get short side.
Ooh, he's gonna get short side on the 8. I don't think you can stun over enough.
Yeah, because I mean, like, this has got a little bit of an angle where I think that the cue ball will naturally be.
Jeez, I almost want to come into the 8 here.
Oof.
I mean, seriously, like, short, if you roll forward, you're going to be right next to that 8 ball. I'd rather hit it and get some separation. Unless you can stun it all the way over the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have been able to actually get there with that line.
Yeah, but I think if he plays that at a higher speed, it doesn't go because he really kind of overcheated the pocket.
He maxes. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we get that off the rail.
There's a really cool kicking system that I use that I was shown for hitting, like, right here at slow speeds. Like, even you're not necessarily, I wouldn't be shooting this with the high percentage expectation of the 8 to go.
You just want to make good contact and
yeah,
get it close and leave the cue ball right where the 8 is, and you're probably okay.
You leave the 8 ball anywhere inside that circle or half circle there.
Now, what do you think about if you just wanted to just, play a safety and just bring the cue ball over here? Sort of like that.
But you're leaving the 8 ball on a spot that's not conducive to another good shot.
The resafe will happen, and he is doing that shot, and Nathan will have to decide how to play this. You probably don't want to take an offensive opportunity at the 6 because if you miss the offensive opportunity, you probably sell out. But you could take a defensive here, leaving the cue ball, bringing the cue ball off the 6 this way and trying to leave it over here somewhere to make it really tough on the 8.
Yeah, I like banking the 6 near center table and kind of leaving the cue ball over where you were at.
Yeah,
just like gives a few more options.
That's exactly. The back cut is on the 8 ball. I don't like it, but I'm pretty sure that back cut is on. Oh yeah, natural scratch line to the side. How many times have we all done that?
I think it's just a weird thing that psychologically happens where if you think that it can happen.
Well, the line gets you to it's going to be close to the side, right? That natural tangent line takes you towards that side pocket.
Yeah, I think center pocket gets you really close to the pocket, slightly overcutting it will get you down here, and if you hit it full, you're going to catch the top side. So, like, we'll watch where it goes into the pocket. Not if it goes in, this is not an easy slice by any means.
Right.
Might even just play safe.
So Alex gets it, and he hit it kind of full, like you said, and it hit right. Yeah, cheated the pocket full. Great job.
Really nice cut.
Congratulations to the Pho Kings. The Pho Space Kings. Alex Hoang and Cardin Nguyen. You guys moved on to the next round, and this is APA Washington State Invitational right here in Auburn, Washington at 15th Street Bar and Grill.
Cardin in the chat says Alex is the cut king, never had any doubt.
Yeah, he was hitting some good shots. Both of those players, I expect to see them deep into this tournament from what I've seen just already. They're going to be a tough team to beat for sure. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and just make sure you support all of our sponsors. We're going to see a message from the lucky loser.